So I like to. Okay, all right. I like to go tanning. All right, I'll admit it. Okay, don't fucking give me shit just because I like to. I've never heard of anyone being like, "Oh my god, look at that guy. He's so hot. He's so white." Look, all right, that's not a real thing. Okay. There's also a saying that if you can't tone, then tan. All right, tanning just helps you like look better. All right, and that is all I've been trying to do since last June. I started going to the gym last June. I started tanning maybe 3 or 4 weeks later because you know what? I get that black member. Here's the thing. I have a black card membership to Planet Fitness. Now, Planet Fitness, they make so much money, and they make so much money because, yeah, like I don't know the exact numbers, but let's just make up some numbers, right? Let's say that it cost, $5,000. Just it obviously costs way more than that. Let's just say it costs $5,000 to run a single gym, right? If everyone that had a membership, and let's say let me get the calculator out, all right? Because I got to run the math on this. All right, let's see here, calculator. Let's say there's 200 members, obviously a lot more, and each of them has even the $25, if they have if they have the $25 a month membership, then that is $5,000 a month. So they're breaking even. It costs them $5,000 to run the club, and they are making they're making $5,000 back, right? But the thing is that it's costing them $5,000, but that's if all 200 members are using their membership. But they're usually not, right? If there's 200 members signed up, probably 100, maybe 125 are actually using their membership, are actually going every day and using the membership. And even out of that 200, if they're using if they're going to the gym, they're not using all of their benefits. They're going and they're fucking using the weights or something like that. And then they're leaving. Me, on the other hand, I am taking Planet Fitness for everything they're fucking worth. I do it all. I go in, I make sure to do, on a good day, obviously lately I haven't been able to do all the stuff that I usually do. But I'm in there, I'm getting like an hour of cardio, then I'm, doing weights and stuff, and then I go tan because I'm sure that the tanning, the electricity to run that tanning machine, probably not cheap. It's probably very expensive. Same thing with the little massage bed. I use that because, fuck it, why not? That's probably costing a bunch of electricity too. Then I go take a shower, heat and hot water. You think that that's cheap? No, it's not. Portsmouth, the Planet Fitness that I go to, there's a water bill for all these places. They get a water bill. So not only do I take a shower there, but also there have been times where I just get out of the shower and I leave it running. I walk away. I close the little curtain and then I walk away. So, then anyone who walks back there, they're going to see it and be like, oh, well, someone's in there. They just forgot to bring a towel or something. No, there's no one in there. And, maybe at some point overnight or something like that, an employee will go in and be like, I don't think anyone's in here because there hasn't been anyone in the gym for a while. So I take them for all they're worth. If I'm giving them $25, I want to make sure that it's costing them, $30, $40, $50 a month to have me there. All right. They're not going to make money off of me. That's my point. All right. So that's a reason that I use the tanning, but also I like, I just like how I look, when I get naked, I get this hot, I don't, okay. This has been my opinion all the time. This is going to sound cheesy as hell. I don't care. When you're in love, I think that you see love with your own eyes, right? If you look at a couple sometimes, you're like, man, that girl is fat as shit, and so is the husband. They're both fucking fat. What do they do? Just lower their standards? No, probably not. They probably met each other and they really enjoyed each other's personalities and their and their company and whatever, and they fell in love, and it didn't, and now they see a fucking 10. All right, so I don't know if Royal's a 10 or not. I think she is. I know that through my eyes, I see a 10. I see a hot rod girlfriend. That's what I have, is a hot rod girlfriend. I have a girl that I think that, I'm extremely fortunate to have, because then I look at me in the mirror and I'm like, ooh, yeah, I don't know. I hope that it's the personality, and I hope it stays that way, because I'm not bringing a lot to this relationship in terms of looks by comparison. All right. I said all that to say all of this. I tan, okay? I go to the gym in the morning, and I tan just about every morning. and I get a lot of comments of like, when I'm out in the world, when I'm out in public and stuff, and especially coming up here in the next few weeks as the mail service, as people start to transition over to short sleeves and shorts, and like there was a guy at work a week or two ago, Dalton. He used to listen to the show. I don't know if he still does or not, but he used to listen to the show, and he wore shorts the other day, and his legs were so goddamn white. Now, me, on the other hand, I'm going to be going into short season here in a few weeks, and that's not going to happen to me. And people are going to be like, damn, you look so tan. And you know what? Even though I enjoy to tan, and I don't mind telling you, the fans, that I do, what I tell everyone else is my dad's black. That's what I tell everyone else. I say, well, you know what? My dad is black. That's why. My mom was white. My dad is black, and that's how I end up so tan. Which, if he ever hears, I'm sure he'll just be super thrilled to know that that's what I tell people. That's the type of shit that you get when you listen to the audio version and not the Facebook version, because the Facebook version, I don't mind going a little early on the audio version, and then picking it up on the live feed, which is now going. So happy Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to Adulting with Donnie. It's wicked early. It's 4:30 on a Tuesday afternoon. I just I had today off from work. I had a ton of fucking errands to do. I had a hell of a weekend to catch up with you guys on, and decided this was about the best time to try and get one of these in. I may have been able to do it tomorrow night, but you never really know. I love to have Ro on the show in general, and I also love it when I tell her, hey, I can go upstairs and record a podcast or something like that. Or she's taking a shower and I'm like, hey, I'm going to jump online real quick, do a podcast real quick while you're in the shower. And she pops in at the end. But ultimately, I try to schedule them when she's not around, because I would prefer to spend my time with her. Once upon a time, these used to be so important to my life. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, there's a bunch of Facebook groups that I'm in, and I probably gave the Facebook company probably $1,000 over the course of a few months, doing sponsored notifications or sponsored posts or whatever they call them, boosted posts. Which were always lies. The Facebook lies to you. My poor friend Rob runs he does a film, photography company. He photographs weddings and shit like that. And a week or two ago, I saw that he had screenshot his boosted post numbers, and it was like, if you give us this amount of money, then this is your potential audience, and the potential audience is 200 million people. And the reality of it is that if you're lucky, if you give Facebook $20, you'll be lucky if your little boosted post makes it to maybe 100 people. Maybe 100 people will see that. And out of that 100 people, maybe one person will click on the link. Maybe. It does work, sort of. I've boosted a few episodes before. I post the link in a post, and then I boost the post, and I've seen my downloads go up, but it doesn't sustain. You gotta if you boost something, you gotta be boosting something that people are gonna get hooked on and want to look at all the time. And Facebook isn't even good about showing you like pages anymore. At least not me. I don't know about the rest of you. There's this Porsche page that I follow. I'll let you guys know what it is for you car geeks out there. I know that it's RWB. But that stands for something. Raw. So it's Raw Welt Begriff, RWB. So it's RAUH -WELT, and then Begriff, BEGRIFF, and then RWB. So if you search that on Facebook, it's like a company that builds Porsches, and it builds some absolutely gorgeous Porsches. They just look so awesome. And I'm not even a Porsche guy. I I like cars. I like good looking cars and stuff, but I'm not a Porsche guy, and these Porsches that they build are so beautiful. They just look mean and nasty and fast. But anyways, I remember, a year or two ago, maybe more than that, I was like, God, whatever happened to that page? And I couldn't remember what it was called. I couldn't remember the name of the page. So I couldn't even search for it. And I've liked so many goddamn pages in the last however long I've had Facebook, 10 or 12 years. I've liked probably thousands of pages. So I can't even like try and go through my likes to see what the page is. But anyways, yeah. I mean, I rarely see a like page that I'm following. I see a lot of groups, a lot of the groups that I'm in. I see that in my news feed, and a handful of friends, and I mean like maybe the same 5 or 10 friends. Facebook has just gotten weird from they just ended up getting really strange, and there's always something new coming out, and I mean, I'm hooked. That's where I'm hooked at is Facebook. Like no other social media has come out in the last 10 or 12 years that I've been like, oh, I want to go to that one. I don't want to use Facebook anymore. I want to go to that one. I use Instagram a little bit here and there. Rochelle has gotten me hooked on Reels. Oh my God. And we will send each other Reels. We send each other very different Reels. She sends me a lot of cute cats and babies dancing and stuff like that. maybe like some couples stuff. She'll send me that stuff. I will send her snowmobiles and car crashes and people jumping off of cliffs. I'll send her that kind of stuff. That's the difference between us. But I'm hooked on the Reels thing. It took me a while. I'm probably at least a year behind her. But we'll be laying in bed at night and she'll be scrolling through hers and laughing her ass off, and I'll be scrolling through mine and be like, oh, you got to check this out. Last night we watched one where some boat is coming screaming down the lake and crashes into another boat. So anyways, so I guess an ankle update. Let's start there. Ankle it's touch and go. It's up and down sometimes. Friday, all day Friday, pretty much, it was killing me. I mean, it was really hurting on Friday. I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that I went to the gym in the morning. Me and Ro went to the gym in the morning. I did 30 minutes on the bike, and then I went to work. And because I was going to Rangeley Friday night, I wanted to like rush through my day at work. So I went. I worked probably a little faster than I should have for my, for what I'm capable of right now. I should be moving through my day a little slower, and I wasn't because I wanted to get out. I also had physical therapy at 3:30, so I knew I knew that I was in a hurry. So but I get out of work, and by the time I got out at like 2:45 or something like that, my ankle was really killing me, and I went to physical therapy. I did pretty much everything he asked me to. He only had to stop me on one thing. Like he asked how it was. I told him it was hurting, and he said, okay, let's stop doing that one. Don't worry about that one right now. After physical therapy, I got out of physical therapy at 4:30. I went home. I had an issue with Walmart that I'll get into after this. And I'll get into that in a minute, but after my little ankle update. I got home at little after 4:30, did some packing real quick. I was on the road by like 5 o'clock, 5:15, heading to Rangeley, and I stopped halfway at a grocery store to do some grocery shopping for myself for the weekend, and I was walking around that store, and I was like, wow, I feel great. My ankle feels good. I'm walking without a limp right now. No one that's in here would ever know that anything happened because I feel like I'm walking absolutely fine. I haven't done any sort of jogging or anything like that, but at that moment, I genuinely felt like I could probably go for like a light jog right now, like a nice, easy 12-minute mile jog. I felt fine, and then Saturday. Okay, then I'm not even going to tell you about my fucking snowmobile weekend yet. But that's my ankle update. Right? That's why I say it's touch and go. Because Friday night it feels great, and then last night, I get out of work, and by the time I got out of work last night, it was killing me. I mean, I came home. Rose said she could see the pain in my face. I told her, like, I just need to get on the couch and put some ice on this thing and get it elevated. And after about an hour and a half or 2 hours of that, I felt a lot better. But and then even today, like today I got up. It felt okay at first. I went and did some errands, but I had to cut those errands short because my ankle just started hurting. So I had to come home, put some ice on it, elevate it for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I went back out and completed my errands. And right now it doesn't feel bad. But I also, the reason it may have hurt today was because I forgot to take any sort of Advil or Tylenol this morning when it was hurting me real bad in the middle of the day. Before I came home and iced and elevated, I took some Advil and some Tylenol, and now it feels fine. Now, when I went back out about an hour ago to do my little errands, and I was walking around fine, no limp. So, like I said, it's touch and go. I mean, I hope that in a few more weeks it'll be, I'll be over that shit. I definitely don't want to be one of these people that takes Advil all the time. I dated a girl like that, and it drove me insane that she, like, I mean, it was like every 4 or 5 days she's, having me go out and buy fucking Advil because it was just constant. Like, oh, I need 4 Advil in the morning, 4 in the middle of the day, and 4 at night. Like, why? If that's really the problem, if maybe you should talk to your doctor. I don't fucking know. Maybe. I know that that's a crazy thought, but maybe you should ask your doctor about why you're taking so much fucking Advil every day. I also have never believed in it either. I've had back pain for 20 something years almost. And I get headaches and I power through. I drink more water or whatever. I lay down so that my back doesn't hurt, something like that. But I've never been a pill popping daddy or whatever you want to call me. Right now I'm taking it because it does seem to be helping my ankle. But I certainly hope that in a month or 2 months or however long it takes that, I don't have to take it anymore. But it's also a good reminder of like, well, I didn't take it today and it hurt. So, I'll take it when it hurts and when it's hurting to the point of, I can't push through any further. I have to, right now I have to take something. I'm drinking my coffee right now. A short break from all the other bullshit. I just went to Market Basket and I'm kind of on like a no beer for the, I'm taking like a little beer hiatus. I got to catch up on my weight. I was pissed because after like 3 or 4 weeks of laying on the couch, I actually had lost 1 pound. Before my little accident, I weighed in at 227. After 3 or 4 weeks of being on the couch and doing nothing, I weighed in at 226, and I was psyched. And then I weighed myself when the doctor said I could go back to work. I weighed myself my first day back to work, and I was 245. I was like, oh, what the fuck? All that backwards progress. Now, granted, I've lost like 10 pounds in the last week, so that's good. But, I feel like I had my alcohol fill over the weekend. But I was just at Market Basket, and I saw Sam Adams non-alcoholic. And I was like, oh, Sam Adams non-alcoholic. Like, that would be good, because I like to have something. The seltzer waters can only hold me over for so long. Last night I was just drinking regular water, which actually sometimes I just prefer regular water anyways. I know that's riveting conversation, but I saw this Sam Adams non-alcoholic. I was like, oh, well, maybe I could get the Sam Adams non-alcoholic because, it's non-alcoholic, and so it's probably not many calories in the first place, and it would still feel like I'm having a beer. I Google the Sam Adams non-alcoholic calories, 98 calories in this fucking thing. Like, why would I not just have a beer at that point? Because Coors Light is 102 calories. Why would I not just have a beer? What is the point of the Sam Adams non-alcoholic? Because it says less than 0.5 or whatever the ABV is, however that shit works. But it said less than 0.5. So there's still alcohol in it, so you can't even be making it for someone that's like, well, I'm an alcoholic, so I don't drink alcohol, but I'll drink, fucking Sam Adams non-alcoholic. Well, you're still drinking alcohol. Sorry to tell you. They come in a pack of 6. You'll probably just buy 90 of them and drink them all in one night. So anyways, yeah. So my weekend did not have a great start to it. I bought a fucking drone. I bought this drone on Walmart.com. Okay. First of all, shouts out to Fumbled Penis and Lawrence over there, because I'm never shopping at Walmart again. I am done with Walmart, and I say that as a guy who's probably going to shop at Walmart again. But I'm going to avoid them as much as possible. Definitely anything. I definitely don't think I'll be ordering anything online again. I ordered a drone on Tuesday, and it was $250, and I wanted it for this weekend, specifically to go snowmobiling this weekend. It was the drone. It was a drone that I wanted, not necessarily the one that I wanted, because like the one that I really would love to have is like $1,200, and I'm just not. I'm just not in a position to buy a $1,200 drone. Not now, probably not ever. But this was going to serve its purpose, right? It was $250, and it had the follow me feature, which is what I wanted. You connect it up to your phone, and the drone will follow you wherever you go. So, I was going to set it, and you can set its altitude at how close it's going to follow. I was going to set all that shit up so that, I had some action shots of me snowmobiling. Because honestly, I wish that I had done, I love my parents. I genuinely love my parents. I just wish they didn't push me as hard for law enforcement as much as they did. I'm glad I went to the military, and I went to the military because I wanted to be a police officer, and I thought that would, help my chances, which it did. But I just, I wish that I had thought of more career avenues, because I really wish that I could do more video stuff, like the guys that film, like the 509 film crew that film, the snowmobilers doing jumps and shit like that, and dirt bikes, or the GoPro film crew. I would love to do that shit. Like I think that I listen to music, and I think of like, all right, if I made a music video for this song, like Lil Wayne has a great song called Mona Lisa. I absolutely love this song. And whenever I hear the song, I play in my mind, like, how would I make a music video for this? And I play through the entire thing of like where things would be. And I've successfully made exactly one snowmobiling music video, to the track of, hold on a second. Hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. Yeah, go away. Sorry, my cat is being ridiculous. Just because the goddamn door's open, he feels like he needs to come and investigate. But anyways, it's a Ludacris song. It's the song at the end of Fast and Furious 6. I forget what the name of it is, but for the rest of my life. Maybe it's called Rest of My Life. I think it's called Rest of My Life. But it's Ludacris and Usher and someone else. But anyways, I have one snowmobile video to that song, and I feel like it came out pretty good. And I made that in like 2018, I think is when I made that video. And I want to make more videos, but the last few snowmobile seasons have sucked. They're just, 3 seasons. This is 3 seasons. This year was season 3. All right. So 3 seasons ago, there just wasn't much snow. Snow didn't start until like early January or something like that. And I couldn't get up there, and I barely got up there. And then last season, I had all the issues with my snowmobile, and couldn't get up there. I think I only got up to Rangeley 3 times in total last year. And then this season, snow didn't start until the end of January, and I broke my ankle on attempt number 1. And then I didn't get up again until this past weekend. And even this weekend, I only put down 70 miles. So I didn't get a lot of snowmobiling done this season either. So hopefully next season. But anyways, I love making fucking, a video, something cool for people to watch. Even if no one watches it, it's for my own entertainment at the end of the day. So that's what I wanted this drone for, right? And so I ordered it on Tuesday. It says, place the order now, then it arrives on Friday. It's like perfect. It comes on Friday. It'll be here Friday morning. I can, watch like they had a tutorial for it on YouTube, like a 20-minute tutorial. So I was like, I'm gonna watch that while I drive. Not really watch it, but listen to it while I drive. And so Friday morning, I'm working. Like I said, I worked on Friday. I'm working at 11 o'clock. It says your package was delivered. I was like, great. I'll get back to the office. Because I had it delivered to my post office. All right. I get back to the office. I go to the clerks. I was like, hey, I'm looking for a package. They're like, oh, we haven't seen anything. So I'm thinking, okay, it must have gotten delivered somewhere else, and they left it at my desk. I go to my desk, not there. I go to another clerk. I was like, hey, I'm looking for. Nope, I haven't seen it. I walk around my office for about 10 or 15 minutes looking for this package. No, it's not. It's nowhere to be found. So I now I don't have time. I got to go to my physical therapy. I go to physical therapy, and it's not. After I leave there, I go home, hoping that I'm going to leave. Let's see here. Jason said, "Fuck Walmart." Jason said, "I love my parents too. I just wish they had let me chemically transition to become a woman when I was a teenager." You can still do that, Jason. And Victor Rios from Crash and Taz, my boy. Jason, that probably would have helped you be the world's top swimmer too if they let you do that. I understood that reference. Jason said maybe the snow doesn't like you. I don't know what's going on. The snow, I don't believe in global warming because it's been just as cold the last few winters as it ever has. It's still just as cold as it's ever been. We're just not getting the precipitation that we used to. But anyways, so I leave physical therapy. I come home. I do, I get my packing done, ready to go, and then I get in my truck and I call my post office again to see like, hey, any chance you guys found it in the last 2 hours? Nope, we still haven't found it. Now I call FedEx. I called FedEx and they said okay, yeah, we found where it was delivered. It was delivered to this address, and I recognized this address right away. It's Walmart. I ordered this from Walmart, had it delivered to my post office, and somehow it gets delivered to the Portsmouth Walmart. So now I'm like, what the fuck? Because it's on the other side of the city. I want to get to, there's a cigar shop on the way to Rangeley that I like to stop at to buy a cigar. And I know that they close at 8 o'clock, and it's a 2-hour drive to get there. So I have to be on the highway by 6 o'clock, no later than really 5:50. And it's already 5:30. And this Walmart's on the other side of the city. And I'm like, oh, God damn. But I need this drone. I need this drone to do the thing that I want to do, which is get some action shots this weekend. So I fly over to this Walmart. I call this Walmart on the way. And I said, hey, a package was delivered to you guys. I need the package. Can you find it so that when I get there, you can just hand it off to me because I don't have time to be hanging around. And this woman says, oh, well, that's probably in the pickup department. Let me transfer you over there. So she transfers me, and I sit on hold for the next 10 minutes and just getting more and more angry that no one's picking up. And it's not even like I'm on hold. The phone is ringing. So the phone is just ringing for 10 minutes, which is it's just making me more and more mad. I get there. I walk into the pickup department. Unfortunately, Rochelle is at this Walmart all the time, so I really hope that nobody recognized me because I was not a pleasant person. I walked in. There's this guy in the back of the pickup area, and I was like, hey, I got a package, and it was supposed to be delivered to my office, and instead, somehow it came here. This is my name. This is where it should have gone. Can you please find it? This guy walks around for a couple minutes. Then he walks out of the pickup department and starts walking up and down the cashier aisles. Well, I don't know why, but he did. And then he comes back over to me, and he says, well, let me call my manager. And I go, never mind. I yelled out. I was like, never mind. It's too late. This is fucking stupid. And then I walked out of the store. And now I'm really fucking heated. I get on the phone. I call the Walmart corporate office. They transfer me around a couple times. I get a guy. I tell him the story. And he says, well, you're not in the right place. Let me transfer you to the right person. He transfers me. This woman answers the phone. I said, are you the last person that I'm going to talk to? Because I don't want to be doing this game where we're going back and forth, and everyone that you transfer me to, I have to retell the story. And she says, nope, you're the last person I'm going to talk to. I'm on the phone with her for about 10 minutes and just getting more and more mad. She's like, I was like, I just want you to refund my money. Now I just want a refund because the thing is, I don't need it anymore. I don't have it. I don't have it. And that means that, I don't need it. I needed it for this weekend. Now I don't have it. So it doesn't matter. I just want my money back. And this woman's telling me you can't have your money back. And, you have to wait 48 hours or something stupid like that. And I go, who's above you? Let me talk to someone above you. She goes, well, you can't talk to someone above me. I said, you're the top person? She goes, yes. And I go, you're kidding me, right? I managed to call Walmart on a Friday afternoon, and I got the number one. I reached the top level in one shot. I got to the top person. There's no one above you. And that's when she was like, okay, let me put you on hold, and I'll see if I can get a supervisor. She puts me on hold for 40 fucking minutes, which I am certain that 40 minutes was really just, how long can we see if this person will actually, how bad do they actually want to talk to a supervisor? Will they just, hang up at some point? But I'm driving, right? I'm driving. I got nothing better to do. So I sit there on hold. She comes back about every 10 minutes to say, like, hey, I just want to make sure that you're still there, and, we're still waiting for the supervisor and whatever. I go, don't worry. I'm driving for the next 2 hours of my life, and I got a Bluetooth speaker. So I got nothing better to do than sit here and listen to your stupid fucking hold song, which is really just every 10 seconds it repeats the same goddamn chorus or something like that. I don't know. Fuck. And I'm just getting more and more mad over the course of 40. I'm just fuming. When I first called, I was so mad. When I first called, it's an automated thing, like, please tell us the city, please tell us where the Portsmouth, or please tell us the Walmart you're calling about, the city and state. And I was like, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Please tell, we don't have a Walmart there. Can you please say the state? I said New Hampshire. Okay, what city? Portsmouth. We don't have a Walmart in Fort Smith. That's what she said back. We don't have a Walmart in Fort Smith, New Hampshire. Can you say the city again? I yell out, Fort Smith. And then again, we don't have a Walmart in Fort Smith. I screamed Portsmouth. And I told Rochelle later that night, I was like, I'm so glad you weren't with me, because you would have been embarrassed to have me as a boyfriend. I was so angry. So I wait 40 minutes on hold for this supervisor. The supervisor gets on the phone. She says, that the other girl gave her a brief story, but, and I think that they train these people to interrupt or to talk over you, because she said, like, we have to wait, 48 hours for it to be found. I was like, let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. She's still talking. She just keeps talking while I'm trying to talk and stop her from talking. And she will not, that they are like fucking robots or something. I don't know. So finally, so I'm telling her, like, I was like, this is why Amazon is going to kill you guys. Because if this was Amazon, because the same drone, I checked like a day later, the same drone is available on Amazon.com for the same exact price. And if this happened with Amazon, this would have been a 5-minute conversation. Amazon would have been like, you know what, we're really sorry that happened. Here's your money back right away. Here's the $250 back right now. It's back in your account before we even get off the phone. And sorry about that. Have a nice night. But not Walmart. That this woman's like, it's our policy, blah blah blah. And I was like, great, okay. Well, then you should tell someone that your policy is bad, because this is how it would have worked with Amazon. And we just start going around in circles. She's telling me that she can't do it. I'm telling her I want her to do it, and she does this. She stops for like 15, 20 seconds, and she goes. She just starts breathing really hard into the microphone. I started laughing. I was like, good. Now you're having as bad a night as I am. Fuck you. All right. I was like, I don't care if I just annoyed the shit out of you that bad that you had to breathe that hard. Um, yeah. Rose said hi to Graphite, and then somehow he jumped down. It's like he saw my screen somehow. And Ed said FedEx did that to me twice. Said it was delivered, showed up the next day. Never happens with UPS, but the USPS is the best. Yeah, I agree, Ed. But yeah, that was the start of my weekend. I missed, I was checking my times. I kept checking my GPS to see when am I going. I found the address for the cigar shop that I like to go to. And kept checking like how far away, what time am I going to arrive there from where I'm at right now, and I was just barely gonna miss it because of this trip across the city to Walmart, because I had gone out of my way to get there. I was gonna miss this shop by like 5 or 10 minutes, and they close right on time. I've seen it before. So then I got to choose a different cigar shop. And I Google cigar shops in Auburn, Maine, and I get a bunch of them. I swear to God, Maine, since they legalized weed, Maine is just weed shops. It's just every 50, you throw a rock in any direction, you're gonna hit a weed shop in Maine. So I find this place called Smoker's Haven, and it says on its little thing like Maine's premier spot for cigars, tobacco, and all your smoking needs, or something stupid like that. I walk in, and this place is about, half the size of your average Rite Aid. And so it's a decent sized place, right? Their cigar area, it's not like they have one single humidor that's like 3.5 feet wide by maybe 4 feet tall. Not a lot of options, and the options that they had are all cigars that I don't even recognize. Like, it's just, and they're all wicked cheap. Like, my idea of like a good cigar is probably going to be about $10, give or take. Anywhere from like, I'd say $8 to $13 is what I would say is a good cigar. All of the cigars in this case were like $1, $2, $3. They just didn't have like a selection of high quality cigars. And all the brands were like their best brand was like Romeo and Juliet, which not a great brand of cigar. So I was really disappointed in that. Really, really disappointed. Because that's like one of my highlights of going to Rangeley is buying a cigar and being able to smoke in the house. So that didn't start off great. But the rest of the night was fine. I get to Rangeley. I had stopped at that grocery store I talked about. I bought myself a couple ribeye steaks and 18 pack of Coors Light and a bottle of Maker's Mark and then continued my drive to Maine. I didn't end up getting there until like 9:30 at night, which is fine. I got there. I got everything unloaded. Cooked up my steaks and in like a little cast iron skillet that's there. They came out pretty good, if I do say so myself. And then overall it was a pretty great weekend. It rained on Saturday. It was a great weekend just in like, being able to get away for the weekend. Some solidarity, I guess. Up there, I don't know, the air is different up there in the mountains. And also for Ro to be at home by herself with the kids, with the kittens, with our kiddos for the weekend, give her some time to chill out, relax. She binge watched a show that she then made me watch. Made is a strong word, but had me watch last night. It's not a bad show. It's called Bridgerton. It's on Netflix. It's a show that I never, ever, 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 ever would have watched if not for her. But it's not bad. It's I think it's Victorian, or is it Victorian era? No, Regent era. Which I was surprised to see is like 1840 to 1910. I don't know why. I guess I would have thought that era was a lot older. Because if you look at like that era in London or that area of the world versus what we looked like in America with a bunch of fucking, guys with, missing teeth and dip in their mouth and herpes sores and bad whiskey and just all this stuff. But anyways, I slept in wicked late on Saturday. I think I slept until like 10 or 11. Got up, made myself some breakfast. It was kind of raining out, but it said the rain was going to pass at some point, so I waited. I took my truck out and drove around the town just to see what the trails looked like from what I could see from the road. And they were what I'd expect. They were pretty fucked up when you look at them from the road. But I had a pretty good feeling that once I got out into the woods, they wouldn't be too bad. And I was right. Around 2 o'clock, I took off. I went out for a ride, and I did 50 miles on Saturday, which isn't much. Like 50 miles for me, like 50 miles is barely what I put on my snowmobile before my first stop on a normal day. Like if this was, the first weekend in February like I had planned on, 50 miles might have been my first stop for gas or something like that. But it wasn't, it is what it is, or it was what it was, whatever. Spring riding conditions. It was raining, like I said, so it wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It wasn't raining hard, though. It was kind of a drizzle. There were some bare spots on the trails, which are also to be kind of expected. But nothing that I was like, oh my God, I'm fucking up my snowmobile. I do think that after I bought new carbides for my snowmobile at the beginning of this year, which if you don't know, carbides are these little metal things that go underneath the ski and they help you turn. I bought new ones at the beginning of this season. I think I'm probably going to need new ones next season too, after the riding that I did this weekend. But we'll see. But I did 50 miles on Saturday, came back home, and I got back to the house at like 4 o'clock. And I was like, yep, that's enough for today. It was kind of, like I said, it was kind of raining out, so it wasn't exactly pleasurable riding. And also, I didn't know like what trails are open. I didn't want to go over the same trail twice, so I did kind of like this big loop. I went up. I tried to go up one mountain that has like a roadway to the top, and I got pretty close to the top, but as I got I got about a quarter mile from the top of this mountain, and it just started to turn into like all dirt and mud, and I was like, I'm not putting my snowmobile through this shit. Turned around and went back down. And then I just went back to the house. Then it was like, by then it was like 4:30 or 5 o'clock. Maybe, it was about 5 o'clock, and I was like, I'm going to drive down to that cigar shop that I wanted to go to last night and get a good cigar. And so that's exactly what I did. I drove down to that one, and I got a better cigar than the first place that I went, than at Smoker's Haven. I got a better cigar, but still not exactly what I wanted. There's this cigar that I've seen at that particular shop that I've always wanted, and I was going to get this weekend. And it's like a $25 cigar. It's like called a Comanche or Commando or something like that. And they didn't have it. They didn't have it this time around. So the moral of the story is, from now on, I'm going to be getting cigars from Federal Cigar. Whenever I go away to Maine, there's going to be a trip to Federal Cigar before I go. Because their shop is fucking huge. Their shop doesn't deal in weed at all. They just have this enormous fucking store filled with cigars. And they usually have someone who's very well educated in cigars. Like I told you guys like a year ago or more. I went there and I did like a pairing. I went and talked to one of the guys there, and I was like, hey, I'm going to be drinking Basil Hayden bourbon this weekend. I want to pair it with a cigar. And that guy was able to pair me with a cigar, which was awesome. So that's what that's where I'll be going from now on. And then on Sunday was pretty much the same thing. I got up, I slept in a little bit. I slept in until like 11 o'clock, got up, made myself breakfast. I wasn't going to go for another ride, but the problem was that on Saturday, I didn't take any video. I didn't take my GoPro with me at all. But I really wanted to take some video for the season. So I threw the GoPro on, went out and did a short 20-mile ride. And thankfully through both rides, my ankle wasn't killing me at all. It wasn't really hurting me at all. So that was Sunday, and then went back to the house, got Ruby loaded up, got all my shit out of there. Thankfully, when I went up there last year with Rose's brother-in-law, and he bought me a bottle of what is hands down my favorite bourbon. Unfortunately, Basil Hayden only made it for one season. It was a limited run. It was called Basil Hayden Caribbean Rye, and it's delicious. It's really good, but like I said, it was a limited run of it. So, Nick bought me a bottle, and we drank maybe half of it. I don't even think it was half of it the weekend that we were there, and I was really worried that in the last year, my brother or my father or someone had gone up there and finished it, and thankfully it appeared that nobody touched it. So that was beautiful. I was able to get that and bring that home. Unfortunately, the original GoPro that I had still missing. That sucks. But yeah, got my bottle of Basil Hayden, brought that home, saving that for when Rose solves this unsolved case that she's been working for the last few months. So we'll enjoy that together when she solves that, which I know she will. But yeah, got home Sunday night. It was great to walk in the door and see my beautiful girlfriend and hug her and hold her. And I don't care how sappy that sounds. Fuck you. It's my show. And I'm happy. So whatever. That's better. That's a better me than there used to be. So yeah, that was great to come in and see her as soon as I walked in the door and get all the hugs and kisses. And she made a great corned beef dinner, which I didn't like corned beef at all before her. And then she made it last year and now again this year. And she's just a great cook in the first place. So that certainly helps, I'm sure, to have her be a great cook. So that's been that was my snowmobiling weekend. Yeah, and then today I had today off, so I did my errands. I got Ruby put away for the year, which is bittersweet. I got her put away for the year. I know that I had other shit to fucking talk about, and other than just my weekend. And now I forget what it was, but that's okay. Maybe I'll do another episode at some point if I remember. I should be better about writing my notes. I used to keep notes and stuff, and now I've forgotten them all. But got Ruby put away this morning. Went and washed her first. Gave her a good spray down after all the mud that she may have picked up this weekend, and then drove down the road like a few miles to dry her off. And I drove down the road and stopped in at a Harley dealership just to again, I really just wanted to dry her off. So I was like, okay, I'll stop here, I'll go inside, I'll walk around for a few minutes, and then I'll leave. And they had a beautiful Street Glide, 2023 Street Glide that I really like, but fucking $33,000, man. That is insane. There's no reason that a motorcycle should cost more than a car. Like most cars. Like, there's not a lot of cars out there that are more than 30 grand. Hell, you can get a lot of trucks for under 30 grand. It's not easy to find like a full-size truck that looks good, that's more than, that's less than like 5 years old. It's not easy to find a used truck for 30 grand, like a full-size, like an F-250 or something like that. But, like my Tacoma, I bought my Tacoma in 2020, and it's a 2015. And I bought that for $18,000 for that truck. All right. There's no reason that a motorcycle should cost that much. Harley Davidson, I think, is just living on a name. Unfortunately, it's a name that I'm probably going to always stick with. But I don't know. I've met so many people that have made a switch from Harley to Honda to the Goldwing. And they tell me, all the people that I have talked to that have done that, they're like, I would never look back. I love that motorcycle. But I don't know. There's just something about a Harley. I don't know if it's the sound that it makes or if it's the look or the name or what, but I don't know. It's not the quality. The reality is the quality is not exactly great. They rattle and they fucking, things rust on them and fall off or whatever. So what else is going on? The Adam Project, awesome movie. I would argue the Adam Project is better than Red Notice, honestly. I love Red Notice. Everyone knows how much I love Six Underground. But the Adam Project is a new Ryan Reynolds movie that came out a couple weeks ago, and it came out on Friday. And I think Friday night I told Ro, I was like, "Hey, Ryan Reynolds' new movie came out. I really want to watch it." And so on Sunday, we sat on the couch and we watched it, and we both really liked it. We both cried. I don't care. I'm man enough to admit when I do that. We both cried, laughed a lot. I don't know. It's a great movie. I've watched it a bunch of times already. In fact, I watched it again on Friday night. It was the first movie I watched when I got to Rangeley. And then I started watching an older Netflix movie called True Memoirs of an International Assassin, which is a Kevin James movie. Honestly, Kevin James, not enough. He just doesn't get enough credit. It kind of sucks. I think that he's a great actor. I would love to see him in more good stuff. Him and Anthony Anderson. Like, I never watched the show Blackish. Mostly I'm just not a fucking sitcom TV show person. Like, I like shit that gets released on Netflix or Amazon. But there's only been a couple of shows in the last 10 years or so that I've been like, oh, that's a show that I have to watch on fucking TV. But like Superstore, Ro got me into that a little over a year ago, and I really liked that one. She got me into Modern Family. I really, really liked that one. I'm on the one hand, I'm disappointed that show is over, but also I'm glad that I caught that show after it ended. So it wasn't like I have to wait for the next season to come out and watch it week by week. That's the worst, is watching things week by week. I like being able to binge something in a few days. Even though Ozark, the new season of Ozark came out a few weeks ago, I think, maybe. And we've watched the first 2 episodes of season 4, and we're just, that's the difference between that's the difference between Ro and I, is that I will just fucking watch something, just burn right through it immediately, and with her, she's like, okay, well, but she did binge most of that Bridgerton show the other day. I started watching it last night, and I went through 5 episodes last night, I think. So, when this is over, I might be able to go and watch an episode or something before she gets home. And then I got to cook dinner. It's daylight savings time, so this another bittersweet thing, right? I don't know which daylight savings time I like better, on or off. That's what my truck calls daylight savings time, on or off. Daylight savings time in November, November is great because you gain that hour of sleep, right? But that's it. That's all you get to reap for a benefit out of daylight savings time November. But come springtime, come March, when daylight savings time hits, the beauty is that you get all this daylight. It's 5:20 at night right now. A month ago it would have been dark by now. So I do like this time of year. I like that part of this time of year when it's staying light out for many hours. Coming in about 2-3 more months. Yeah, about 3 more months now. Ro's going to be playing softball until like 8 o'clock, 8:30 at night, and the sun will be out, and it'll still be hot and humid and gross, just the way that she likes it. I don't mind the heat. I don't mind the hot and humidity. Okay, I know how to drink water. I think that's something that I think is very funny about people that are like, oh, I hate the heat. So hot. Like, drink more fucking water. Maybe put the fucking Mountain Dew down and drink some goddamn water. My father fucking was funny once because he was like, because his girlfriend would drink these like wine coolers or whatever, like the fucking, tropical breeze or something stupid like that. And he would have a refrigerator full of them. And he'd be like, oh yeah, they're not that bad because when it's really hot out, you're sweating your ass off. You come inside and have one of those. They're kind of nice. I was like, yeah, or you could just drink water. Maybe you could drink water. That would probably be a good idea on a hot and humid day when you're fucking covered in sweat. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, maybe try water. That might be a good idea. Yeah. So, anyways, that's what I as we get down to the end of real winter. I mean, I know that it's spring now, like it's officially spring, but I don't know. I don't consider it officially spring until the days are sticking above like 60 or 70 degrees, right? It's not officially summer until the days are above 80. And I don't think it's really winter until the snow starts falling. And that would go either way, honestly. It's not really winter until the snow starts falling. That doesn't matter if the snow falls on January 15th or November 15th. If we get a foot of snow on November 15th, then guess what? The fucking winter is started. Winter is here. So yeah, that's been my life in a nutshell for the last week. Like I said, ankle's doing much better. I'm ready for real summer to get here. May as well get the motorcycle out. Gonna get a new tire on it here in the next few weeks, I think. Needs a new rear tire, needs an oil change. My friend Chris is gonna do that for me. Get that all taken care of. I think that about does it for me today, whatever time you want to call it. Don't forget my sponsors, 4HM Clothing, Justin. Shouts out to Justin. Use offer code ADULTING, get 10% off any order over $50 at 4hmclothing.com. AdamEve.com. Why not go and take a look at what's happening over there? What are those cats up to on Adam Eve? I'm going to look at supplements. Nope, you know what? Bath and Body. I don't know if I've seen this before as a link, as an option for Bath and Body on AdamEve.com. Let's see here. What do we got? There's a company. Oh man, there's so many things, and like none of it really seems like it's really Bath and Body, to be honest. Let's see here. Coochie Intimate Feminine Spray. What does this do? pH Balance Feminine Spray deodorizes and soothes for all-day freshness. Understand my demo is mostly men, but maybe you could take care of the lady in your life. When there's no time to stop the party, turn on Coochie's Intimate Feminine Spray for an instant refresh. This delicate spray quickly deodorizes and soothes intimate skin, so you can keep rocking it all day or night. A flirty floral scent just adds to the fun. Apply whenever you desire. And that little product is $14.99 on AdamEve.com. Melting rose petals. What is this? Melting rose petals. They look and feel like real rose petals, but when added to a steamy bath, these pretty petals melt away, conditioning the water and releasing a pleasant rose scent. They're the perfect way to make a relaxing night in romantic. Why can't I fucking talk? Or maybe this just isn't written correctly. They're the perfect way to make a relaxing night in romantic and sensual. Okay, whatever that's supposed to fucking mean. That little gem is $12.95 at AdamEve.com. Kama Sutra Treasures of the Sea bath salts. Immerse your body in a bubbling scented dream with these luxurious bath salts. Kama Sutra Treasures of the Sea bath salts dissolve in your bath to turn the water a breathtaking azure blue and release a fresh fragrance that recalls tropical getaways. Jesus Christ, I can barely fucking read right now. And I haven't had a drop of alcohol. This extraordinary blend of sea salts, sea plants, and moisturizers also softens the water as they nourish your sexy skin. Tiny bubbles add a tingle to your spa experience as you soak. It includes a matching seashell scoop. So there you go. AdamEve.com. Use offer code adulting. You'll get 50% off of any one item, plus free shipping, plus 10 free gifts. Gift for him, gift for her, gift for both of you, and 6 free DVDs that are video on demand. They get a sale outlet too. What's the sale outlet? Let's see here. Adam and Eve clit sensitizer. Why not? Oh no, I just did something stupid. What did I do? I clicked on something. There we go. Let's see here. Make it easier to orgasm by increasing sensitivity. Exclusive item only available from Adam and Eve. I was skeptical about whether this would actually make a difference, but it absolutely increases sensitivity. Product reviewer. Who needs anonymity? Anonymity on a website like this. Playful furry handcuffs. Max results pump. I'm willing to bet you can guess what that does. Sassy anal beads. Oh my goodness. There's a lot on here. Adam and Eve couples enhancer ring. Another thing. I'm sure you can guess what that does. Good Head, which is the name of a company. Good Head. Good Head kit for him. He'll never know what hit him when you break out this toy box of oral tricks. This all-in-one kit includes lip smoothing balm, tingly oral sex mints, a kissable minty delight gel that'll be giving oral lip smackingly. Okay. A kissable minty delight gel that'll make giving oral lip smackingly great for both of you. Who's writing for this fucking website? Help him on with the stretchy vibrating penis ring, and you'll have him begging for more. The kit for him includes 1 ounce flip cap bottle of minty flavored oral gel, 1 pack of 4 tingling oral sex mints, stretchy vibrating penis ring with free batteries. Oh wow, how nice of you. Flavored fruity lip balm, a Good Head oral sex tip card. So there you go. AdamEve.com. Use offer code adulting. Get 50% off any one item, plus free shipping, plus all the free gifts and stuff like that. Is that enough? That's enough. Okay, bye.